Welcome everyone to the fifth problem in this playlist, that is remove element. Let's try to understand the problem statement. You are given an integer array, that is nums, and you are also given an integer value. Let me explain this using an example. Suppose the integer list is 3, 2, 2, 3, and the given integer is 3. What you are supposed to do in this problem is that when this value matches with any element inside the list, that has to remove from that particular place. Here also 3 is there, and you have to manipulate this nums in such a fashion. It will be 2, 2, remaining can be anything, it doesn't matter, and you have to return the length of these elements. Here it is 2, so you have to return 2. So what is going to happen is that nums would be modified such as 2 dash dash, and I have to return this particular length, that is 2. And it doesn't matter whatever be in these places. So nums1 should be manipulated in this fashion. I have to return this number. How to do that? And the solution one is by simply introducing a new list and storing these elements in that new list. Whenever we iterate through this nums1, whenever an element is not equal to this particular value, that can be stored in a new list. Then again iterating to that new list, we can modify the initial elements of using that new list, and we can return the length of the new list. That is one solution. Solution 1. Let's try to code it. This is class solution. This is a method remove element. Arguments inside are self nums, which is a list of integer, and value, which is also integer, and you are supposed to return another integer. So this comes from the problem understanding. Then I am going to introduce a new list, then iterating through the nums for I in a range of length of nums. If nums of I not equal to the value, in that case I am going to append new list with that value. New list dot append nums of I. Once that is done, now I can think about manipulating nums1 with these numbers. So that will be for I in range of length of new list, nums of I, initial elements will be updated using new list of I. That's it. This will manipulate the nums like this, and we can simply return what we required. That is nothing other than return the length of new list. So this is one solution. What is the time complexity of this particular thing? So you can see that there is an iteration here and another iteration here. So both are not back to back or something, but it is happening through the length of nums. That would be the cases here. So time complexity is the order of n, but in this case we are using extra space. So space complexity would be of order of n. And the question, can we design a better solution? Yes, we can, using pointer methods. So let's go to that particular solution. Solution 2. So in solution 2, what I am going to do is that I am going to start from this particular location of 0th index. Let's suppose k equal to 0. Then I will use this pointer as another pointer, suppose I, iterate through this thing. The k pointer here will decide how these twos will be updated here. You will understand once it is coded. Let me copy this particular class and method definition. I copied, just paste it over here. Okay, and I have fixed the k pointer here, and I am going to iterate for I in range of length of nums. If nums of I not equal to the value, in that case, similar to what we have already did, in that case the nums of k would be updated with nums of I, and k pointer will be moved forward by one place equal to 1. So here what is happened in this array, when k initially was here, once this is like substituted by a non-value element, then k has to update it here. That's what happened here. And once this is done, what we required is nothing but the value of k at that particular point, k. And this works using two pointers. The one pointer here is this k, another pointer is the I, which is iterate. And what is the time complexity of this particular method? The time complexity is order of n, because there is one iteration happening, and most importantly, space complexity is order of 1, because everything has been updated in place. Here you can see we have not utilized a new list to solve this problem. So that's why this is slightly better than the solution one. So with that, this particular problem is done. Thank you.